When key personnel make changes to your IVR, the changes are documented and logged as part of best practices. Regrettably, not all changes are documented, and the IVR becomes difficult to maintain, especially if those key personnel leave the company. As a result, time and effort is incurred trying to make simple changes to what is now a complex environment. AVDS Visualizer is a web-based application that provides various tools to manage attendant profiles by automatically creating a visual representation of the call flows, as well as providing search capabilities on those call flows. In addition, comprehensive reports can be generated to simplify and streamline documentation objectives. Extracting the files for AVDS Visualizer literally takes less than 30 seconds. To get started, simply run the uploader on the PureConnect server. Next, enter in your username and password that you were sent when you registered the program. Press Upload, and you can see the rapid progress as the uploader extracts all the data needed. AVDS Visualizer is designed to provide you with all information about your call flows pulled from Interaction Attendant and the Windows registry. Using the twirl down arrows in the tree on the left, we are able to see the various schedules underneath every profile. Diving deeper into each schedule, we can also see the different layers of programming in our call flow. Every node we select is accompanied by a full array of details about that node. Right-clicking on Schedules brings us a couple of different options. The first option is to find any node that returns the call to that schedule. In this case, the Escape to Main menu is the only node that jumps back to the Monday through Friday 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. schedule. The next option generates a Visio-like diagram of that entire schedule. This diagram not only presents your schedule in an easily understandable way, it also displays relevant details about each node in your schedule. Some of those details could include the audio file that is being used in the node, attributes that may be changed or assigned at the node level, subroutines that are being invoked, logical routing decisions, transfer to queue information that could include the queue name, the priority score, and any skills that are set on the interaction as it enters the queue, as well as any queue activity like audio files that are getting played and timeout values. Another feature AVDS Visualizer has is its ability to export multiple schedules into Visio files. Here, you can see every schedule under each profile. I'm selecting several that I would like to view and manipulate in Visio. Once selected, pressing Export starts the process that creates the Visio file. Simply open the exported file and there you have it. Your Visio files are now ready for you to make changes to if needed. And here you can see the 4 schedules that I had selected to export. This Monday through Friday 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. schedule is a bit crowded, so I'm going to move some of the nodes around to make it easier to follow. Also, all of the pertinent node information carries over into the Visio diagrams, so this makes it a great way to illustrate your call flows for upper-level management meetings. And of course, if you're the type of person that likes to be able to control the colors for each node, we have options. This is simply a color picker for every type of attendant node that can be displayed. These colors, of course, carry over into the Visio diagrams. AVDS Visualizer is designed to provide specific detailed information about your call flow. Searching for text adds to that functionality very nicely. I need to change a prompt called Enter Incident Number, and I need to find the nodes that use that WAV file. Using the Search for Text tool not only references the profiles and schedules in the tree, it also digs into every detail in each node to locate exactly what you're looking for. Ultimately, AVDS Visualizer is a reporting tool. The list of 8 separate reports are displayed here. We will talk about each report in this video, but right now we're going to focus on the audio files that are currently being used in this IVR. Note that the list is displayed by audio file in alphabetical order. Under each file you see the various nodes that are using it. Clicking on the title of the node highlights where that node is in the tree, and clicking on the arrow at the end of the title will display the details of that node. The next report we're going to look at is the dialed number report, or DNIS report. I want to start by displaying the list of profiles that I have and the DNIS numbers that will get my callers into those profiles. So I'll select the Profiles to DNIS report. Here's my list of all the profiles in this IVR and the numbers that are associated with those profiles. As before, clicking on the title of the profile will take me to that profile in the tree, and clicking on the tag will display the information details on that profile. On the other hand, if I have a number and I need to figure out which profile that number goes into, I will run the DNIS to profile report. This report lists every number that I've associated with my IVR in numerical order and the associated profile that it goes into right below it. Now let's open the group transfer reports. These are simply reports that are either interaction attendant escape to operator transfers or transfers to the different workgroup queues in all of my profiles. Note the roll-up capabilities for each report group, as well as the indicator on how many nodes IVR Visualizer has found. Next, I would like to see all of the different subroutines that we are using in my call flow. The Handlers report generates a list of all the subroutines being used in alphabetical order and with all of the subroutine initiators listed under each one. Interaction Attendant has a ton of different nodes, so it's nice to be able to see where each of them are being utilized. The node count report will provide that kind of information. Because of the number of nodes this might involve, this is also a very good place to make use of your internet browser's text finding tool. It is possible to set up a profile so that calls can be transferred into it. The profiles marked as Transferred Target Report will show you every profile that has that setting. Notice when we go into the details of that profile, you can see that it is set as Allowing Transfers. It is often necessary to transfer a call from one profile to another. There's really no good way to tell where that happens unless you run the Profiles that jump to other profiles report. This will show you the node that is initiating the transfer and under it the target node that transfer is going into. Whether it's a menu transfer, a simple jump from one node to another, or possibly a timeout jump, you know exactly where the calls will be going with this report. The last report we'll look at is the Skills in Use report. In a true skills-based routing environment, there are typically 50 to 60 skills in use. Unfortunately, in my example, we only have one skill that we are currently using, and it is called Altigen. We're only assigning that skill in the on-hold support and Altigen support queue transfer nodes. All good applications come with a strong support network, and IVR Visualizer is no different. Under the Help menu, you have the ability to report issues or request enhancements, as well as track any issues that have been reported. These areas are monitored daily and have a rapid response time. There is also a full training reference guide that can be downloaded, printed, or simply referenced while working in the application. AVDS will continue to add features and functionality and review customer feedback to further enhance the IVR Visualizer. Using IVR Visualizer, you can finally get all of your interaction attendant call flows under control and documented.